I swear I do not understand dating anymore. These are the dozen of red roses that my date I went out with the other night for the second time picked me up and brought me. He proceeded to talk about all of our future dates, making plans with me. He invited me on a ski trip to Mammoth this weekend. It was a little bit of love bombing behavior, so I was like pretty quiet and like not really engaging with it, but not necessarily like shutting it down or saying I'm not interested. We went out to dinner, we went out to ice cream, great chat, great time. He drives me home, and in the car, he asks me if he can kiss me goodnight. And I say, oh no, like I'm just gonna like give you a hug, which I think is appropriate behavior for a second date when you don't know someone that well. And the boy ghosts me. I have not heard from him since the date. And
I just wanted to say that these kind of videos of women talking about their dates with men show that they don't understand how they're treating men. Men are not fools in that they know the things that you do, in the sense that they are a type of men that you don't even need to go on that many dates with, and then you will fall for. Men that could truly charm you. And they're a type of men that women could, let's say, have a hookup with right away, or have sex with on the first date. So I didn't say I don't. A woman is allowed to do whatever they want, but you have to understand how a man feels as well, because a man is allowed to do whatever he wants as well. If a man feels that he's putting in so much effort, and you can hear even her the way she did it, right? She wasn't really that thrilled with even his, she said he's love bombing her. So you can tell that he's putting in a whole lot of effort. I'm not saying, and I'm saying that he wanted something innocent, right? He wanted to, because obviously she wasn't putting in a whole lot of effort. Like, she wasn't really enthusiastic about him. And he could probably judge that and feel that. So asking for a kiss on the second date is actually logical. And this is not like a makeout session. It's a kiss, right? In the sense that you want to know where this woman's head's at, if she's actually interested in you. What I don't like, okay, and what women don't understand, and maybe some men don't understand as well, is that money does not just grow on trees, right? Someone's efforts, someone's the time that they put going on planning trips, going on dates, using your money, it feels like a lost investment. It feels like a waste. Especially since you get girls like this where she wasn't really that enthusiastic about you, because you could feel it. I've been there where a lot of dates where, you know what, you just don't, the person doesn't feel like they're that into you, and you can get a sense of it. So asking for a kiss is pretty much the way that, you know what, I know this woman's not into me, right? Me putting all this effort, I know that this woman is not into me. It is, I always think it's ridiculous where you see women, I'm not saying her, but you see women saying that there are men that they will sleep with on the first night, and those could be just hookups. While there are men that they will put to this, men that they will make go through hoops, right? Put in a whole lot of effort in. I can never understand why women don't understand that you say you want good men. You make the good men put in a whole lot of work. And yet you could have the bad men, the men that will just use you for your body, put in as little effort as they can, and you reward them with your body. You reward them with your love and attention as soon as you can. It just, I can never understand why women cannot see that. Why would you do that to a person? I mean, if you don't like the guy, then fine. You don't like him. Then be upfront. If she wasn't feeling him on the first date, she should not have gone on a second date. It's hard to understand that you should get a good... I think Kevin Samuel once said that before the first date, you should already have an attraction to the person, right? You should have had the phone calls, the FaceTime, the coffee dates, where you have an actual interest in the person. The first date, the first real date, is just to confirm that attraction. The second date, more of an indicator that this is the person I like. So, if after the second date, she really didn't like him, why would she even bother thinking about, oh, there's going to be another date? Him ghosting her should have been obvious because she wasn't into him. Women don't understand how the amount of effort, the amount of stress, the amount of strain, the amount of cost it is for men to go on dates. You always say that, you want a man that makes a certain amount of money, that has, things going together. Going on dates is a drain of resources. Drain of resources where most of the time that investment goes nowhere. It's a failed investment. Maybe 10 dates, 10 different individuals, you may get one person. So those 10 different efforts, right? Only one may pan out. And that's a maybe. That doesn't help a man's finances. It's a drain on him. So I always think that it's fascinating that women don't understand it nor sympathize with it. You're wasting a man's time after the first date. Technically, you shouldn't have gone on a date with a man if you weren't really interested in him. So, and interested, I mean that, you know what? If it happens, you would kiss the man on the first date. You would definitely kiss the man on the second date. That is at least, I'm not even saying sex. I'm saying that you should have some kind of intimate interaction, and which would probably be a kiss. You should already be attracted to the person before the first date, and then, infatuated or really interested in the person after the first date. Because you shouldn't be wasting your time, okay, and wasting the man's time and his money.
So last night I ended things with a guy that in one of my previous videos I had referred to as the most intentional man I've ever spoken to. It really does suck because he truly is amazing, has a lot of the things I'm looking for in a person, but we hung out like 6 or 7 times and I just wasn't feeling it. And it's just really a shame because he really is a great guy. If he had asked me for more details, I really don't know that I would have been able to give him many besides that shame, but there's really nothing you can do. It's just the name of...
And just like I said the last time, this woman is another example. 6 or 7 times hanging out with a person? Like, I feel like we're messed up in the dating environment. That if you hang, I don't know what she mean by hanging out, but if there were dates, or you know what, even hanging out, 6, 7 times you see the person for a long, extended period of time, I believe you should be boyfriend and girlfriend by then. I mean, come on. It's like, if after 6 times you weren't feeling a person, you weren't feeling a person to begin with. This is the problem we see that. This is why men become jaded. Or men become hurt and whatever. Why we see these kind of, red pill movements or whatever, it's because of these type of things. She literally said this man is a great man. Well, if he wasn't that great, if he wasn't that great at the first or at most the second time you met, the second hangout you had, you should not have wasted each other's time. That's a problem that I believe women do. They string men along. They waste men's time and they're trying to do something where I guess a woman wants to change her feelings for a person. She wants the man to change her feelings, which is unbelievable. I mean, you weren't attracted to the person the first time, and then the subsequent meetups, 1, 2, 3 meetup, you didn't become like, you didn't like really, I'm not saying fall head over heels for him, but like been really infatuated with a person, that you should not have wasted his time. It's ridiculous that we see women do that plenty of time. You are wasting other people's time. And then you don't understand what the effect you're doing on the other person. Because I'm seeing, hypothetically, after 6 times, he probably likes her. Probably likes her a lot. And her coming into it, who she doesn't even care. She's not that. She most likely will break up, or most likely will end it. And you're just hurting a man after him spending so much time and focus on you. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I believe it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting because, let's say out of those 6 hangouts, maybe half of them were dates, real dates where he takes her out, you know, and do something. You wasted the man's money as well. I think when it comes to women in dating, they expect men to always pay for dates or pay for most dates. They value men's money so little, but they expect it, which is unbelievable. That's why I want to just, why I make these videos, that I'm also fed up with how the dating is, how women view men. They view men as I believe, in a way, it's about a bit of a disrespect, right? If you don't like a man, don't entertain him, right? You don't like him. If you don't find him attractive, don't entertain him to begin with. And after the first date, if you don't find him that you want to be his girlfriend, don't waste his time. Because I find it happens. Men will fall for a woman harder than the woman falls for him. And then what? Now she'll break his heart? For what? She could have just ended it early on, where his feelings were not as strong. I just think it's disrespectful and disgusting how some women can treat some men. The dating scene hasn't gotten better, it's gotten worse. Because there's no good intentions anymore. There's no respect you don't have for other people. I think it's not respectful for you to waste a person's time and money and then lead them on as well. It's just disgusting.
She's my date. No, she's my date.
Actually, you are both my dates. Funny story.
Oh no, she double booked.
You did not respond to my text.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that I did.
Ooh.
Oh, no, I guess I never hit send.
And then you called me. Your second option. Oh, it's okay. Enough said. She's all yours.
No, Alonzo, wait.
You know, I think I'm gonna go too.
Really? We can't just stay and have some wine and talk about it?
No, I've acted like I'm cool with being one of 2 guys you're dating because I like you so much. Well, that and I thought one day you might actually pick me.
James,
It's a little hard on the ego, so enjoy the rest of your night.
I try not to kill myself.